Good afternoon, student. Let me explain some more question from exercise 6.5, especially the word problems, because one question of 6 marks always come off in the final examination of this type. Now the question is here: show that of all the rectangles inscribed in a fixed circle, the square has the maximum area. Now here we have to given a circle in which the rectangle ABCD is inscribed. We have to prove that this rectangle has maximum area when it is a square. It means when length and breadth are equal, then the area will be maximum. Again, this question will be done by the method of local maxima and minima. Now here let x and y be the side of the rectangle inscribed in the given circle of radius r. Which is given? Given is what? A fixed circle. It means a circle of radius r is given. In this, angle ABCD has been inscribed. Now we know as each angle of rectangle is 90 degrees, so we can say AC is the diameter of the rectangle. AC is the diameter of the circle, and it must be equal to 2r, because we know angle in the semicircle is 90 degrees, so it must be the diameter. Now here we are having two variable x and y. Now we know area of the rectangle is what? X into y. That we have to prove that maximum. Now area of rectangle is x into y. Again we are having two variable. We have to eliminate one variable with the help of given condition. Given condition is what? The circle of radius r is given. Now we can apply the Pythagoras theorem in triangle ABC. We can write x square plus y square equal to 4r square, because r is the radius, then the diameter is 2r. So we can write x square plus y square equal to 4r square. With the help of this, we can find out the value of y in the terms of x, because r is fixed, it is a constant quantity, it is given in the circle. Now here area of the rectangle can be written as x. The value of y is what? Under root 4r square minus x square. Now in our expression we are having only one variable, that is x. We have eliminated the another variable. Now our function is form. Now a equal to x under root 4r square minus x square. Now just to avoid this square root, we can do squaring both sides. It makes our differentiation easy. Now here it can be written as a square equal to x square into 4r square minus x square. Now just opening the bracket. Now differentiating both sides with respect to x. Now this a square as it is dA square upon dx. No need to differentiate the left hand side. Only we are differentiating our right hand side. Simply we are writing differentiating with respect to x. It means dA square upon dx equal to, it is what? 4r square as it is. The derivative of x square is 2x. Then it becomes 8r square x minus 4x cube. Then again putting the derivative equal to 0, we are getting 4x into 2r square minus x square equal to 0. Now either x equal to 0 or this quantity must be equal to 0. This implies either x equal to 0 or x square equal to 2r square. But x cannot be equal to 0 because it is one of the side of the rectangle. So x square equal to 2r square. This implies x equal to under root 2r. Now again we will find out the second derivative. When I am finding the second derivative, it is what? AR square minus 12x square. Now putting x equal to under root 2r, we are getting here the second derivative is coming to be minus 16r square. So it is what? Negative. So we can say area is maximum because the second derivative is negative. Area is maximum when x equal to under root 2r. When x is equal to under root 2r, you can find out the value of y equal to, putting here the value of x, again simplifying it, putting the value of x, we are getting this is what? Under root y is again under root 2r. It means length and the breadth of the rectangle is, when the area is maximum, length and breadth are equal. So we can say area is maximum when the rectangle is a square. This is all about this question. Now the last line you must express, therefore area is maximum when the rectangle is a square of side under root 2r. Now it is a 6 marks question. Therefore in the marking scheme we are having the marks of each and every step. Then don't miss any step. Now the next question is again, show that a closed right circular cylinder of given surface area and maximum volume is such that its height is equal to diameter of the base. It means we have to give one, we can suppose let r be the radius and h be the height of the cylinder of given what? Surface area. Now here we know it is a closed cylinder. So the surface area of the closed cylinder we know 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r square, means curved surface area plus area of above circle plus the area of the below circle. Therefore the expression moreover we have done in the 10th class, the total surface area of the closed cylinder is 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r square. Now this expression is given because it is mentioned the surface area is given. We can suppose this is equal to A. Now here the volume of the cylinder we denoted by V equal to no pi r square h. This we have to prove maximum. So our function will be based upon V. Again when I am writing volume equal to pi r square h, it has two variable r and h. Now we have to eliminate one variable with the help of given condition. From this equation we can easily find out the value of h equal to a minus 2 pi r square upon 2 pi r. Now putting this value of h here in this expression we can easily eliminate the variable h. Putting the value of h here we are getting this. Simplifying it we are getting 1 by 2 common, a r minus 2 pi r cube. Now this is our function based upon the volume that you have to prove maximum. Now here the remaining step will be the same. We will find out the first derivative differentiating with respect to r because a is a fixed constant. So our variable is what? R. Now we are finding dv by dr equal to a by 2. The derivative of r is 1 minus 3 pi r square. Next step putting dv by dr equal to 0. So we are getting here a equal to 6 pi r square, or we can say r square equal to a upon 6 pi. Now here again we will find out the second derivative. Again differentiating it to get the second derivative. Here we can find out r square equal to a upon 6i. Putting this value of r square here, we are again finding the value of h also by just putting here a equal to 6 pi r square. We can easily find out the value of h from this expression. So h equal to 6 pi r square minus 2 pi r square upon 2 pi r. There is no need of this step. Now simplifying we are getting h equal to 2r. Then again we will find out its second derivative. It will be what? Again this is the constant term. Derivative will be 0 minus 6 pi r. It should be minus 6 pi r. Then it is what? Again it is r is always positive. So it is what? Negative. So we can say the volume of the cylinder is maximum when h is equal to 2r. In the question we have only proved that what is given. Show that a right circular cylinder of given surface area and maximum volume is such that when volume is maximum when the height is equal to the diameter of the base. Now we have proved that h is equal to what? H is equal to 2r. And at this point we are getting the second derivative is what? Negative. So therefore second derivative is less than 0. So we can say volume of the cylinder is maximum when h equal to 2r. Sometime it can be asked in the question, find the maximum volume. Then we can simplify this expression and find out the volume by putting the value. Now here let us see the next question. Of all closed cylindrical can of given volume 100 cubic meter, find the dimension of the can having minimum surface area. Now it is the converse of the previous question. In the previous question we have to given the surface area. We have to prove the volume is maximum. But in this question we have to given the volume and we have to prove that surface area is minimum. Again it will be started in the same way. Let r be the radius and h be the height of the given cylindrical can of given volume 100 cubic centimeter. It means it is given. It means we know volume of cylinder is pi r square h. So it is given. We are putting the value of v equal to 100 and getting the value of h from here. Therefore h is 100 upon pi r square. Now the surface area of cylindrical tan we know 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r square. Now again we are having two variable. We can easily eliminate one variable with the help of equation 1. Putting the value of h here, we can put the value of h here, and then simplifying this expression we are getting a equal to 200 by r plus 2 pi r square. Now our function has been formed. Now again we will find out the first derivative by taking dA by dr equal to minus 200 upon r square plus 4 pi r. Then putting first derivative equal to 0, we are getting 4 pi r equal to 200 upon r square. Simplifying it, we are getting 4 pi r cube equal to 200. This implies r cube equal to 50 upon pi, and therefore the value of r is 50 upon pi whole power 1 by 3. It means the cube root of 50 upon pi. Then again we have to find out the other r is given. We can easily find out the value of h from putting here the value. Putting the value of r here, we are just because we have to find out both the dimensions. So r is this. Again we can find out the value of h from here, putting the value of r. So now here simplifying it, putting the value of r here, we are getting here 2 into 50 upon pi whole power 1 by 3, because this 100 can be written as 2 into 50. Then we can collect the powers and getting the value of h. Now we have to prove that surface area is minimum. Then again you have to find out the second derivative. Then I am differentiating it. I am finding the second derivative d2a upon dr square. The second derivative will be what? Minus 200 as it is. The derivative of r raised to power minus 2. Then it becomes 400 upon r cube plus 4 pi. And when we are putting the value of r, this quantity always remain positive. So we can say the surface area of the given can is minimum when r is this and h is this. And it can easily, we can guess from the question, our second derivative will be positive or the negative. If it is given in the question maximum, then it is negative. If it is given the minimum in the question, then it is always positive. Now here see the next question. Each and every word problem of this very exercise is very much important, as well as the example also. Now here the question is very much interesting. A wire of length 28 meter is to be cut into two pieces. One is made into a square and the other into a circle. What should be the length of two pieces so that the combined area of the square and the circle is minimum? Minimum is here, it means the second derivative should be positive. Now the question is, a wire of length 28 meter is given. We are cutting this wire into two pieces. One is converted into circle, another is converted into square. So let one part equal to x meter and another part will be 28 minus x meter. We are supposing let the first part is converted into circle and the second part is converted into the square, because the wire is given, it is quite flexible, we can convert it into any shape. The first part we have converted into circle, second we are suppose I converted into the square. Now here the total length of the first part then becomes the perimeter of the circle. Similarly here again the total length of the second part, the total perimeter, total length of the second piece become the perimeter of the square, because we are just folding the wire to get the circle as well as the square. So this is the important. Let r be the radius of the circle so formed. We know the perimeter of the circle is what? 2 pi r. It must be equal to x. Similarly we are getting here the value of r equal to x upon 2 pi. Therefore, area of the circle equal to pi r square. I am denoting it by A1 and putting the value of r is here. We are getting the area of the circle. Similarly, the second part is converted into the square, and we know that the perimeter of the square is 4s. So it means let s be the side of the square. It means 4s equal to 28 minus x, because how much the length of the wire, that is equal to the perimeter. It means 4s equal to 28 minus x. So side of the square is 28 minus x upon 4. Now we know area of the square is side square, then it become 28 minus x whole square upon 16. So this is the area of this circle, this is the area of the square. Now we have to consider combined area of both square and the circle. So therefore their combined area will be what? A1 plus A2. Putting the value of A1 and A2, we are getting x square upon this is x square upon 4 pi. This is what? Putting this value. Again it has only one variable. Now we can differentiate it. Then finding dA upon dx. It will be what? 2x upon 4 pi. It becomes x upon 2 pi. Minus 1 by 16 as it is. The derivative of this is 2 into 28 minus x into derivative of this 0 minus 1. So it becomes x upon 2 pi minus 1 upon 8 into 28 minus x. Then putting dA upon dx equal to 0, we are getting x upon 2 pi equal to 1 upon 8, 28 minus x. Now we have to find out the value of x. So therefore x equal to, simplifying here, we are getting x equal to 28 pi upon 4 plus pi. Now again we have to find out the second derivative, because we have to find this is minimum. So we are finding the second derivative of this. It is what? 1 upon 2 pi plus 1 upon 8, because minus 1 upon 8 as it is. The derivative of this is 0 minus 1, then minus minus plus. So it will be 1 upon 2 pi plus 1 upon 8, and it is always positive. So therefore area is minimum when the first part is 28 pi upon 4 plus pi, and the second part is 28 minus x. Putting the value of x, we are getting the value of the second part. Now we can express our answer like this. Therefore the wire should be cut at a distance of this from one end to get minimum combined area. Always in the case of word problem, we have to express our answer in the terms that is given in the question. Now here let us see the next question. Prove that volume of the largest cone that can be inscribed in a sphere of radius r is 8 by 27 of the volume of the sphere. Now here a sphere of radius r is given. In this we are just inscribed a cone. So let us start. Let h be the height and r be the radius of this cone. Inscribed into the given sphere of radius r. It is given sphere of radius r. So it is the, what is given, it is always a constant quantity. Now let h be the height and r be the radius of the cone inscribed into the given sphere of radius r. Now again we have to find out the volume. We know the volume of the cone is what? Pi r square h, 1 by 3 pi r square h. Again we are having two variables. It means we have to eliminate one variable with the help of given condition. Given condition is only capital R. Now just see the figure here. Now we are supposing this is h, the height of the cone, and r, the radius of the cone. Now this is the center of the sphere. So this is the radius of sphere, this is the radius of sphere. Now this total length is h and this is equal to r. So the remaining length OP must be equal to h minus r. This is the important step here. So the remaining length in this right triangle, this is capital R, the radius of sphere, this is small r, the radius of the cone, and now the total height is h and this is r, the radius of this. So this must be equal to OP equal to h minus r. Now we can apply the Pythagoras theorem in this right angle. We can write in the right triangle OBP, r square equal to this square plus this square. So with the help of this, we are getting the value of r square here. So r square can be written as capital this square, r square can be written as, just correct it, it can be written as r square equal to h minus r square plus r square. So this r square can be written as capital R square minus h minus r whole square. I will correct it into the PDF. Now just opening the bracket, we are here getting 2hr minus h square. Now with the help of this, we are having volume is 1 by 3 pi r square h. We can easily put the value of r square equal to this. So we have eliminated one variable, capital R. Now our function has been formed. It has only one variable, that is what, small h, because capital R is given, so it is a constant quantity here. So we are getting the volume of the cone equal to 1 by 3 pi 2hr minus h square into h. We can easily open the bracket and volume expression for volume become this. Then same steps will be started. We will find out the first derivative, dv by dh equal to 1 by 3 pi, just differentiating this, it is what, 4h into r minus 3h square. Next step, putting dv by dh equal to 0. Then taking h common here, we are getting 4r minus this. This h cannot be 0 because it's the height of the cone. This implies h equal to 4r by 3. Now again I am finding the second derivative because we have to prove that the volume is maximum. So again differentiating this, I am finding the second derivative, d2v upon dh square 1 by 3 pi as it is, 4r as it is, the derivative of h is 1. So it becomes 4r minus 6h. When here I am putting the value of h equal to 4r by 3, I am getting this is equal to minus, we left with only minus 4 by 3 pi r. Now r is positive, so this quantity is what, negative. It means volume is maximum when h equal to 4r by 3. Now again in this question has been asked, we have to find out the maximum volume of the cone also. Now here putting the value of what, small h, here 4r by 3, I can easily find out the volume of the cone. So by putting the value of h equal to 4r by 3, I am getting the volume of the cone. I am just making it v1. So by simplifying it, I am getting the volume of the cone equal to 32 pi r cube upon 81. And we know that the volume of the sphere is always 4 by 3 pi r cube. So it will be v2. So we have to compare the volume. So v1 upon v2, by simplifying these two, we are getting it is what, 8 by 27. So this is all about this question. Here a cone is inscribed in a sphere. We have to prove that volume of the cone is maximum when the height of the cone is equal to what? Height of the cone is 4/3 of the volume of radius of the sphere. So again here first we can make the figure. We can suppose this quantity to get the volume of the cone. Volume of the cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Two variables are there. We have to eliminate one variable with the help of given quantity, getting the value of r square here. Simplifying, we are getting this. Then our function has been formed. Then again we have to find out the first derivative, then put it equal to 0. Then at this point we have to find out the second derivative. Now the volume is maximum, it must be negative. So we can write volume is maximum when h equal to 4 by 3. But here in the question we have to compare the volume of the cone and the sphere. We have to prove the volume of the cone is 8 by 27 of the volume of the sphere. So putting the value of h here in this expression, I can easily find out the volume of the cone. It is this, then volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Comparing this, taking the ratio v1 by v2, simplifying, I am getting it is what, 8 by 27. This is all about this question. The remaining question I will discuss next time.